When you're doing something with hands-on learning approach, you have to reduce the numbers, and I find that reducing the numbers down to one certainly helps that particular student.
Well, I can see classroom is the place you learn the theory, but hands-on experiment allow to meet problems and mistakes and teach you how to correct the problem and mistake in the reality.
With the hands-on approach that Doug uses, you're actually gaining the experience yourself. So you're doing it, so you're the one that's making the mistakes, you're the one that sees the process every step of the way and learns from all those little mistakes that you make along the way.
I made my mistakes, and in making those mistakes you learn a lot. You learn a lot more about something when you have to figure out what went wrong and how to correct it. And so I think I take that approach to students as well. I like to see them make mistakes. And once they make their mistakes and something goes wrong, then of course they look back and say, well, what's happened? I say, okay, well, think back to this step that you used and that wasn't quite correct. So you need to make mistakes in order to be able to learn.
Click on the high tension, and over on the right-hand side on this screen here.
Often when you want to get quality learning and in-depth learning, to do it on one-on-one if you're dealing with technological area of teaching. Might not work for everybody. It's not the most efficient process of, you don't get that much learning into that many heads that quickly, but in terms of the depth of learning, yeah, it's much better.
Whenever I learned anything from him, it was always me and him, right? I think that way you can remember things better.
A lot of what Doug is doing is teaching, so he focuses a lot more on you gaining the experience as opposed to you watching it and then moving on to something else. So he seems to be much more investing in your learning.
Because of the instrumentation, it's as I mentioned, rather sophisticated and kind of intimidating, and so they're a little frightened to start with, and of course they can't sit down with a manual and learn how to do this stuff. They need someone to mentor them, to guide them through that process.
He's taught me everything I know about microscopy, from the preparation stages of the electron microscope work through to the analysis. There's been sort of a guide at every step of the way.
I think he has been the best mentor for microscopy for me.
I've really enjoyed that intimacy that I get with the students, of being able to work with them one-on-one. I think I'm really fortunate within the university to have been able to do that for a large part of my career.